Money raw, yeah, I'm looking at the bank, say miss, I do not want to chill, yeah, nuts with my gang, you be just a stank, cover on my chain.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, we're continuing on with the Mock of the Week series. This is series 3 with Frankie Boyle, so let's jump into the clip, guys. Let's go, no wasting any time.
Airport security. Frankie.
Say airport security is inconvenient. It's inconvenient if you're a white guy. If you've got a beard and a turban, you're about 18 months away from having to fly naked on a clear plastic plane.
The answer is lipstick, Vaseline and jam.
Is it what's in a fat whore's house? Is it one of the 3 worst nicknames to have in prison? Is it what products do animals miss having tested on them? What could you use to bring down a plane if you were a sorcerer?
Why was it alleged that Mardid Azad Amin claimed to be carrying a bomb at Chicago's O'Hare Airport last week?
Because of his name.
Exam questions that were rejected.
All PE teachers are paedophiles. Discuss. Spell Mississippi without looking at how we've spelt it in the question. Tick the box A, B or C to receive the grade A, B or C. If I add 1/8 to 1/16, how stoned will I be?
Famous last word.
Stingrays love foreplay.
Steve Irwin.
Lucky you, it's the Labour cabinet.
John Reid's got a stupid new idea. He wants to make criminals pay compensation to their victims. What if they've not got any money? I'm going to do community service for them. Hey, I'm here to do your garden. Remember me? I murdered your husband.
The answer is 9 women.
In serial killer terms, what constitutes a spree?
Rejected first lines for the new Harry Potter book.
Harry thought of his magical adventures very differently now that he'd been diagnosed as a schizophrenic. Finishing in the cafeteria, Harry and Ron turned their wands on themselves. It's not as good as that one.
Oh my God.
Unhelpful things to say in a crisis.
I know you're a hijacker, but I ordered a vegetarian meal. The thing with politicians can't jokes, isn't it? So Blair's big joke from his speech was, well, I don't need to worry about Cherie running away with the bloke next door, and they just loved that.
Yeah,
It took a while for it to sink in with me that he meant Gordon Brown. I thought he just meant because she's a mink.
Subject is the Middle East.
You know when everything kicked off in Lebanon, all the Scandinavian countries evacuated all their people the minute anything happened? Do you know where they put them? Syria. What was that called? Operation Out of the Frying Pan?
The answer is 3 billion. What is the question?
Is it what is the excess on Richard Hammond's car insurance? Is it how many people could Jesus feed with a KFC bucket? How long is it before we get flooded?
Oh, that's sooner, unfortunately, yeah.
But on
Because
the plus side,
Norwich is supposed to be underwater within 20 years, and the locals are delighted because after centuries of inbreeding, they finally get to use their webbed feet.
Ill-advised things to say in court.
So, to summarise, there's no evidence, but he does look a bit rapey. And I put it to you, my lad, that child is sexy. I was performing the Heimlich manoeuvre and it sort of turned into the wheelbarrow position. There is a precedent for this. I refer Your Honour to episode 10 of LA Law.
Things a sports commentator would never say.
Like a lot of people watching this Olympics, I'm wondering why black people don't just take over the earth. I can't be the only person to wonder what it would be like to shag this gymnast. Just reading through the names of this Chinese team is making me feel hungry. This woman isn't just a world-class curler, she's also a model.
The topic is Scotland.
I have this covered. Do you remember years ago when they were making Braveheart, everyone said, oh, it's ridiculous, Mel Gibson playing a Scottish guy. That's not going to be very convincing. And look at him now, an alcoholic racist.
That's so good.
The most Scottish thing I've ever seen, I was going through a town called Bathgate at about 11:30 at night, and there was a guy pissing against the front door. He then took out his keys and went inside.
That one's good too, always good.
What is the question?
Is it how often are police in Glasgow called out to deal with a pregnant woman attacking a Rottweiler with a sledgehammer?
Headline. Let's see what you can make of it. Here's a picture of North Korea's eccentric leader Kim Jong-il out and about. There he is. So what does KTSW stand for?
Is it Korean Teletubbies starts Wednesday?
He's mental, isn't he? President Ahmadinejad. He said in terms of Israel, he said, oh, well, I think the Jewish people, they should go back where they came from. Now, I'm no expert on geopolitics, but I thought the whole idea of Israel was that they are back where they came from.
I think you'll find, Andy, there's a certain amount of dispute about that.
That's probably the basis of it all, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they could just get to the bottom of that little riddle, then everyone would be fine.
I just hope they're watching this show and they go, Parsons has got a point. I like the thing with the veils where you see them in London taking pictures of each other and you think, what is the fucking point? If you ever get the chance, go to a safari park in Scotland, because there's nothing quite like the look on the face of a lion that's got to live in Scotland. Oh, this rainy season is going on forever. It's like an animal version of the Shawshank. I went to a bird zoo in Tunisia, and there was no roofs on any of the cages and no fucking birds.
It's science.
My favourite science thing recently was that thing where the European Space Agency had a successful probe that crash-landed on the moon. Now, to me, nothing is that successful if it crashes. That's a bit like saying that you've swum the channel because your corpse has been washed up on a beach. Now you've got face transplant technology. Surely the best thing about having a face transplant is that you get to turn up at the donor's funeral and go, whoa.
24%. What is the question?
Is it how many Americans can find Iraq on a map of Iraq? The reason why we're all obese, right, is that the junk food isn't food. It's poisonous. Because they've just done a survey this week that says you can't exercise off junk food.
Yes, they have. It was done in Glasgow, actually.
Well, it's poison. If you can't exercise it off, that's like going, oh, I've been bitten by a cobra. Have you tried Star Junks? The best part to eat of a Happy Meal is the toy.
Lines that you'd never hear in a Bond film.
Ingenious Q. It's a bomb, but it's also a rucksack. You're very good at poker, but let's see how you do on the fruit machines. It's not just a baseball bat, Bond. It's a baseball bat with a nail through it.
TV shows that never made it to air.
The boy whose arms and arse and head fell off.
There he is. So what does BARB stand for?
Is it Blair's arse ready bush?
And the topic is sport.
Apparently at Scotland games now at Hampden, they've actually banned food from the ground and they search you when you're going in to make sure that you've not got food on you. Nice to see that we've got our priorities right, isn't it? What's this, sir, a knife? I hope you weren't planning on making sandwiches. Now, a Scottish guy is the #1 British tennis player. I've not checked my Nostradamus, but isn't that one of the harbingers of the apocalypse? The only time I'd previously seen a Scottish guy playing tennis, it was someone playing charades, attempting to mime the word homosexual.
Bad things to say when leading troops into battle.
Soon you'll be at home with your families, in a jar on the mantelpiece. Our best hope is that the enemy kills so many of us, they become slightly depressed. This next mission will be led by Michael Moore, seeing as he knows so fucking much.
No, electronic tagging, yes, yeah. As you check in, they will give you an electronic
Let me
tagging.
get this straight. You're not allowed to have your mobile phone on, but they're going to put on some crazy futuristic tracking system. Why don't they just jump straight forward to exploding thought collars and have done with it?
So if you drive like Richard Hammond, violent swerve, you're perfectly all right. You'll get away.
I think that should be the anti-speeding advert. It should be footage of Richard Hammond trying to remember his own wedding day. She was wearing black, or was it red? Am I married?
This morning.
We're not even like an oblique reference to him. There's a line in the sand, right? You can't even see the line in the sand. You're actually out of sand into tropical tundra regions.
What do you think, Dennis? What is wrong with speed cameras? What's wrong with speed cameras?
No. I'm taking a second just to enjoy that particular joke.
Guys, great stuff there by Frankie Boyle. Killing it as usual, delivering the comedic gold as usual. That Richard Hammond joke at the end was just savage. That's way too crazy. If you guys don't know Richard Hammond, he had an accident, and after his accident, he kind of forgets. He has like amnesia or whatever. So just to make that joke at the end, it's brutal, it's savage, but that's why we love Frankie Boyle, and that's why these clips are so great, and I'm going to continue watching them, guys. So hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, because it helps the channel and the video grow a lot, guys. I'm going to wrap the video up, so take care of yourself, stay safe, because it is a crazy world, and there are a lot of crazy people. But most importantly, guys, peace.